Hey gamers, thanks for tuning back into Fire Chicken Review, a channel where we love to focus on some of the cool and custom tokens that you can get for your favorite games. We're going to be looking at Keyforge today, and we're looking at one of the community members that is making custom set of tokens. So in case that you're like me and you don't have the starter set, yes, even though I do all kinds of reviews, I have still yet to get a starter set. I'm not sure if I ever will because I have all these great tokens that are given to me to review. But nevertheless, the review that I'm doing here, take with a little bit more of a grain of salt. It's not an Etsy store. It's not a big company trying to make loads of money. No, this is just a member of the community that said, hey, I saw some of these cool tokens and they started to make some themselves, so they want to share their love. I'll be sharing their eBay link, and that's all that they have. There's no storefront, there's no Etsy store or anything like that. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Getting right into it, I want to get into the note that they gave me here. So don't pay any attention that it's all crumpled up. It's been in the baggie. It's a long story. So it says, thank you for selecting our fine Keyforge tokens. Contained within are the following tokens: 20 amber crystals, 20 damage crystals, 3 metal keys, 1 6-sided die, of which I have to apologize. The 6-sided die does not look like this. It's the opposite. It's black with a white die. I think I lent it out to a friend to just show off to see what they thought of the token set. And they never gave me back my die. That's fine. Anyhow, it also has 7+1 power tokens, 7+1 armor tokens, 7 stun tokens, and 7 chain tokens. And then it just has this lovely note that says, these tokens have been handcrafted with love, and as such are not perfect. Please enjoy the individually of each set as your own. And that's important to note that these were made with love and they're not perfect, because it's made by a community member. That's not trying to make money. That's just side that they want to make some tokens. So I would like to thank the two people that gave me this set of tokens and trusting me with their hard work that they did and not butchering this review. So getting right into it. What you see in front of you, ooh, look at all those Niffle Apes and Niffle Queens. They're not important. I just put them out there because I like that deck. What is important is the tokens that I came with. So going down the order of the 20 amber and 20 damage crystals, I want to go over those first. So I'll take this lovely Niffle Queen here, and I'm going to put an amber and a damage token on it. And what you're going to notice, besides the Niffle Queen being super cool, is you've probably seen these tokens before. That's because you can get them at your local craft store, your dollar store, and it's in some of your favorite games like Ascension, which is a great little board game. So what this couple has done is that they took some tokens that you can get and some that they made and combined it all together. So I'm just going to quickly go over this. I think that these tokens are great. I talked about it in a different a video where I said, oh, you know, if you want to make your own tokens without buying custom tokens, just what you can do, and that's where this mix of tokens come in. So I think the red representing damage works well. The amber, it's going to easily be distinguished, and it's going to look nice when you actually have it on your board here. Another thing to note that I want to go over for the amber itself is that when I went out and bought tokens before I even had the channel up for Keyforge. I bought these big clunky ones. So you tell me which one you would rather have. Would you like to have that nice, beautiful small one, or this massive clunky one that I bought? Anyhow, that's not important. I'm just going to get rid of that now because it's embarrassing. So some of the ones else that they have here is they had the stun token. So I think the stun token does the trick. I'm not the biggest fan of the stun token on the cards. I don't think it is a great representation of a stun token. Nevertheless, though, you're going to tell that that's stun. You're like, oh, that's just a stun. So you'll throw that on to the creature. On the back of these tokens here, it's almost like one of the other like penny tokens or the little jewel tokens that I've done reviews for. Inside, I believe it's just a paper with the artwork on it. And yeah, I think it would be nice. It could have used a different piece of art, but the stun token works fine. On the back, it's fairly simplistic. There's nothing on the back, really a little bit of an air bubble. I'm not sure how they fully make this. It looks like it's a sticker, but I'm not sure. I'll have to ask them after the video. So that's the stun token. The one that the reason why I took out all the Niffle Apes and Niffle Queens is you're gonna need a bunch of these +1 power tokens, because as you can see, each other friendly beast, Niffle creature gains +1. So they get to +2 if you have another one, which this deck does, which is just cool. Anyhow, I think the +1 here does the trick. It's it's just straightforward. There's nothing really to say. I think, again, it's hard to choose colors because each house for this game is really different. You got a lot of orange, blue, purple, orange, blue, orange, green. Sorry for Untamed here, but each house has their own set of colors. So this easily fits on, like it's gonna not get lost in it. And again, nothing on the back. So at least +1 does the trick. Same with the +1 armor. I'm not as big of a fan for the +1 armor. I think instead of it almost looks like heart shape here. It would have been nice to have make it look a little bit more like a shield. Just so that it stands out. Again, I'm nitpicking here for someone that is just making these tokens for fans out like yourself. I should also mention though, as I'm nitpicking, which I shouldn't be doing, is that this entire set, so the amber tokens, the damage crystals, everything that was on this list here, you get all this from their eBay site for 18 US plus shipping. That being said, this is the perfect set of tokens to get that you say, hey, I don't want to buy a starter set. I just want some tokens to use right away. Yeah, this is perfect. This does the trick. You'll see why after completing everything. I think this is small, easy to fit. I recommend supporting a local community person like this, because it's really cool because they're doing it out of love. They're not trying to make any real money. So I think that's just a cool aspect. But that's getting into that. My favorite set of these is the chains. The chains are really cool because, hey, I just played a card and now I have to put 3 chains on. And if you don't know what card that is, it's Gateway to Dis. It's the best card. It's the only card to get chained for. No, you can use it for a variety of things, but this is awesome. I thought of this right away. It's like, hey, I got chain tokens. I'm going to put it right on top. Obviously, that just makes sense. Since we're not allowed to use dice, and a lot of players like to use dice to represent their chains, just putting these physical tokens and removing a chain, that just feels cool to actually be able to do that. Again, not a big fan of the color. I don't really like the pink and the white. I would have liked to had a little bit more detail within the chains themselves. But hey, it does the trick. It works out well. The other aspect is, I think 7 chains is fine. Here, you're usually not going to go higher than that unless you're going to chain bound events. So I think this works out perfectly, just having that. And I just love the idea of just easily removing these tokens and putting them on and off like that. The last thing I want to review is each key. So there was 3 keys here that you'll see nice and blurred out. And 2, I actually zoom in here. So what you see is these 3 keys in front of you. And these look great. So just like my own keys, there's no like unforge and forge side here. So what I would do with these keys is I would actually leave them to the side, and when you forge a key, just put them on the table. Just be like, hey, I forged my last and final key. But I think these keys, and I think they did actually make these. These look great. These are cool. I'm a big fan of these keys, just because. And let me do this. So just because, I don't know why it would be on the card. No, let me not do that. They look great. They just look nice. I like the idea of actually using keys for Keyforge. I don't know why. Maybe it's a little bit of cheese, but it does the trick. I like the fact that each key is unique looking. And I'd like to see more people actually making keys for Keyforge using keys. Yeah, that sounds lame, but that's what I said. Now, the only other thing that I would have liked for this key set is that it would have been nice if it had like a little gem in the middle, or if the rods were painted the red, yellow, blue, because as the game officially states, they're supposed to be that, but that's fine. Overall, you get these lovely keys. You get a set of tokens that you see in front of you. You get all these chains, you get the keys, you get that, you get some amber, you get some damage. Hey, you get some +1 tokens, you get some shields, $18 US. I think that's a pretty good deal from a local person that is just selling it off a eBay site. Just because people said, hey, we liked it, and now they're selling a little bit more. So why not? I recommend checking them out. I'm going to put a link below. Let me know what you thought of the review. Let me know what you think of the tokens. And as always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and I hope you appreciate the channel. All right, bye, guys.